Hey everyone, welcome to a Gaim flavored news breakdown here on Sodo Pop.
Sodo!
Alright, as always, I'm your host Frozen Stratos, and today there's a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff that came out of the Kamen Rider Candy Toy News blog. A lot of heavy hitter stuff, like right at the beginning, but there is a small bit of Super Minipla news that I just want to breeze through, and then we can get to all the awesome Kamen Rider stuff that we saw. There was a blog post for this for the Mashin Express figure, and there isn't really too much else to say that we don't already know about outside of like, hey, there are different ways you can add the articulation and whatnot. And also the main train car, that's actually going to be re-released in a different hue. It's like slightly bluer. It's the one with the yellow box next to it. It matches up a lot better with the figure they're releasing now. So yeah, anyway, that's really it. That's the only big takeaway to get out of that blog. But there's a lot more stuff with the Kamen Rider news, and they started with this heavy hitter. That's right, this is the 01 Shooting Wolf form. This came out of absolutely nowhere. No one was expecting this, and when I first looked at the blog, I was like, oh no. They're opening a box that they cannot close. But apparently, they did this in the best way possible. So this figure is not in book 2, so this is not starting something new. This is actually coming out in the end of year premium box set that they get from Amazon. Like, basically, last year we did it with Geo and Bill Gates. So it's basically that same situation. You get a ton of goodies. We do already know what else is in there. I just don't care about anything else other than the Shooting Wolf figure, because that is really cool. This marks the beginning, and I suppose the end of the What If forms, and this is probably because we did not actually get a Hyper Battle DVD for 01. Malunis had pointed out to me that someone had pointed out to him in the Discord that this figure, or this form actually has a Butthole Soul medal, so maybe that was the precedent to set for this thing. Either way, I'm very excited to have this in hand. And don't worry if you don't want to pay a ton of money to get this big box set. You have a few ways to get it. Mandarake does have these almost readily available. The Bill Gates ones, those are up for around 2,000, no, I was about to say that weird, 2,000 yen per figure. It's a steep markup, don't get me wrong, but they are readily available to you. But if you do want to end up going with the whole box, it's not out of the realm of possibility to get it from Amazon Japan, because that's how I did it for the Love and Peace box for the build figures. So you are able to get this, if you are in the US at least, is my experience. So you can probably get the entire box if you would like through Amazon Japan. So yeah, anyway, that's really neat. Very excited about this. I'm also really excited for this guy. It's Caliburn. He's looking oh so evil and awesome. He looks so good. So let's get into why. There are a few, so he does look good, but there are a few not so great things, and we'll breeze through those real quick. The sword specifically looks alright from this side, but at the other side, there is some meat removal. So there has been some stuff removed, so, for the molding process, you can't make too thick of a piece when you're molding things like this. So that's just how it has to be. Even though Saber's sword did not have any meat removal like this, he's, still prone to it. That doesn't mean the whole line is going to be devoid of meat removal. Anyway, that's it for the sword, but another thing that they wanted to note was that his arms are actually not going to have those faux butterfly joints, just like, I believe, Saber, Blades, and potentially Espada. I don't quite remember that one, but this guy definitely, for sure, does not have it, because he actually brings back the old armor body scheme. They had debated on making him like a 3-piece figure, but they said that it would not look too good to have all his pieces separate. So what they did, they compromised and just said, hey, he's just gonna look cool on his own, and that's perfectly fine with me, because then we get this really awesome figure out of it. Another really awesome thing from this figure is that this is the unstickered version. There's tons of paint on this guy. He is actually, just like Espada, molded in a single color. He is molded in that purple, and everything else is paint. Everything else you're seeing here is paint. Specifically, we've got some black and gold accents. The black is done in a matte finish, while the gold has gloss to it. They specifically noted this has gloss to it as well, just to give it some contrast. So there's a lot of different sheens going on with this plastic and with this paint, and I am so here for it. It looks so good. I love this color scheme. And then they left us with this. This isn't a full wave layout. We've still been dodging the full wave layout, and for those of you who don't know, this is what a full wave layout is supposed to look like. This is certainly not that. So, I don't know why I have been speculating, a lot of people have been speculating that maybe they did not show us everything that's in there because they're hiding something for one of these things, or, you know, they just haven't done it yet. You know, I get it. Sometimes I don't want to do some of my work anyway, so whatever the case may be, we still don't have pretty images like this. But hey, that's neither here nor there, because that's not all we got from the blog. This is what you're here for. This is Sodo Chronicle Gaim, and he looks so good. This is what the packages look like, and it very much evokes the opening. So this looks absolutely fantastic. The body itself, this is separated in a body and an armor set. So the body set, they wanted to make it as screen accurate to the unjuiced version of the character. This is before the armor gets laid on them, and outside of that abdomen shelf, this looks really, really good. And you might be wondering why there is an actual butthole here. Well, we'll get to that later. Let's just take a deeper dive into this figure specifically. They do come, like, so far what we've seen, each of the figures do have a an option sticker to make it look like there is no armor in the head. So this has the silver visor to it. And you can clearly see the compound eye effect that, you know, the sticker is able to provide. Also, crest. Very nice and shiny paint. You've got the gold and the red. Next up, let's take a look at all the hands it comes with. And this, so far, is what is for Gaim and Baron. I have yet to figure out what's going on with the other two in this wave, but so far, yes, Gaim has these 4 options for his hands, and we'll see them in action later. These look really neat. The sword is also coming in the body set as well, so you're getting quite a lot in this body. Next up, let's take a look at the armor, and I believe this is all that's coming in the armor, which is not much. But we do have that beautiful, beautiful orange, metallic, like even glossy look to the armor. There are some stickers. We'll talk about that. Those are not the best. But yeah, all armored up. Gaim is looking fantastic. They wanted to note that they had to strike like a good balance between detail, like painting items and detailed stickers, and they think they struck a good balance. So we'll take a look at some of these options here. The head, oh man, that orange is gorgeous, and I can't get over it. But then you have these like very garish like shoulder straps done up in sticker. Not too big a fan of that, but everything else, man, everything else, like look at everything else. There's so much good here. Yeah, this is beautiful. And we have the compound eye effect on this new visor, the orange visor. We've got, oh man, It's so pretty. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. That is so good. Anyway, we've got the chest, the shoulders, all done up in that beautiful, beautiful orange. And then we get the belt, and this is where, you know, they have to make compromises. Of course they're not going to paint this. How would you paint this? Do you have an answer? I didn't think so. Because this is, like, tiny, tiny details. So you know, and even the belt itself, a lot of that stuff is sticker detail, even on the DX toy. So, you know what? Go for it, man. The only issue I have is that it is molded in blue, and it is a bit rough on the eyes. Another thing I do want to note, and something I do want to ask you guys about in the comments, is that knife looks like a separate piece to me. Whether or not it actually moves is not really, you know, my question, but it does look like an actual separate piece. I want it to move, but I don't think it will. It might just be glued into place. Either way, I believe that's a separate piece. If you have any more insight on that outside of, oh hey, I see it and it looks like this to me, let me know in the comments. Anyway, while we're here at the belt, let's take a look at the lock seed holder, and we actually have some very intricate detailed molding here. Up at the top is Pine, and down below is Ichigo. So those are all specifically molded in. I'm surprised they didn't put stickers over these, but you know what, that's fine. You could just pretend whatever lock seeds you want are in there, and that's really cool. So this is like the actual DX toy, and in show these are able to hold 3 lock seeds, but they noted that in the show everyone started to use only 2, or like he only ever started to mount 2 of them on that belt piece. So they decided to go with that look and only mount 2 of them. So you know what, I can respect that. That looks really neat. Great attention to detail there. Anyway, let's move on into the sword, and you would think that they would just reuse one of the many times that they've molded this for Sodo, but no. No, they did not. They brought this up to Chronicle specification. There is molding, like detailed, intricate molding underneath the sticker, and of course they made a new mold. Why would they make anything easy for themselves? But yeah, this looks really neat. And it helps to have those option hands, because that is the sort of pointed out slash hand. It also helps to have your Maru. Oh wait, was the other one Maru? Which one's this one? This one's the one that comes with the body. But either way, this looks so good together. You can also see the hand that is pointed in, so you can, you know, properly rest it on the shoulder, which I guess he's not really doing here, but you can. This looks fantastic, and with the 2 weapons, you can, quote, combine them. You just, you know, using the pegs for their intended purpose, just on either side of the hand. And it looks good. I mean, it reminds me of how the original candy toy did it, and like, how else? Anyone else have any ideas? Didn't think so. So this looks really neat. Very appreciative that this is possible, but like, this would have been possible anyway. I don't know what else to say here. It looks good. But yeah, hey, let's get to that butthole, because as we know, the chest is actually on a ball, like the waist is ball jointed rather than, you know, the standard swivel. So there's not a lot of matter in there. They had to carve out a lot of that like crotch area to help inset that torso. So that means there's less stability in the belt area for that peg hole. So they put it in the butt, and you know what? It's fine by me. That's hilarious. I love that. I'm not above this. But yeah, but we do get to see the back here, and we saw it earlier, but there are numbers printed on that back armor sticker, the blue back armor sticker. That's rather unfortunate, but I guess I understand. That's just toy stuff, like the legal stuff. I guess just leave it there. I don't know, man. It might be molded underneath too. Either way, that's there. It exists. So does the butthole, and that's infinitely funnier when you're looking at the back of this figure, you're certainly not looking at the numbers, you're looking at the butthole. So that... I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, that's it for Gaim, but that's not all they left us with, because they gave us a detailed look at Baron. And like I said, Baron does have those 8 hands. They did not show them off for whatever reason, but he does have those 8 hands. And I gotta say, he's a bit underwhelming when you compare him to Gaim, but we'll look at him. Here he is with the box. Those are neat. So he's separated once again into a body half and an armor half. Body half, once again, same mentality with trying to make it look accurate to the armorless version. And his eyes do have the extra stickers. So if you ever wanted to display them like this, you can go ahead. I believe these are called Ridewear. Yeah, that's starting to come back to me. Ridewear is the thing, I think. Yeah, anyway, you got the armor here, and you know what? Baron is missing those numbers. I don't know why Gaim had to have them if Baron's missing them on his back, but whatever. I guess I'll be salty about something else, because this looks fantastic. The chest, not so much, but everything else, really good. That head from the front looks really good. You've got a lot of painted detail there. Tragically, the back of the head, a few sticker details. That's rather unfortunate, but you know what? You know, that is like less than a millimeter thick, I presume, of yellow detail, and they typically have trouble with that and have to have a lot of production time to make that happen if they wanted to do that in paint. And like, it is the back of the head anyway. And I will say, the yellow does paint match really well to the yellow they have on the stickers. So everything works out. Just, you know, apply them with care. Because these stickers that you're seeing here, these are in-house stickers, which are different than we get in production. That's just because they're working on these figures and, you know, they just have, I suppose, different sticker paper to work with in-house rather than what we get. The ones we get are better. Next up, let's take a look at that chest, and everything is, well, this whole chest, like this whole front of the chest, is painted technically. You've got the black, you've got the goldish yellow. It's just that those silver stripes, those are picked out in the in the sticker. I forgot the word sticker for a second. But if you want, those pieces are raised. Like, that is raised detail, so if you want to go in there with some silver Gundam marker or silver Sharpie or what have you, silver anything you want, as long as it sticks, you can do that. They made that easier for you. And then we've got the shoulders, which once again look great from the front, but you can definitely see the stickers hanging out there in the back, looking not so good. But like I said, this is, you know, this is their in-house stickers. We even have the little black detail on like the butt of the banana, just on his shoulder, and that's really cool. That's done in sticker though. I'm not looking forward to that one either. I'm sorry if I'm harping too much on the stickers, but yeah, hey, here is the belt, and this was once again molded in blue. I had it explained to me by Josh, Living Ranger Key, and Malunis that, yeah, the original figure, or not, the original DX toy, that is a slightly bluish tinted black, dark, like a really dark blue or a blue tinted black. I don't, whatever you want to call it. So I guess that works, but I definitely would have rather had it in black. Anyway, it was noted that, so, I mean, obviously here, this is a separate piece, and I do believe it comes off. There were a few images where the belt was tilted. I don't know if I have them in here, but if you come back to this channel on Wednesday, there will be a Sodo Pop podcast episode where we sort of get into it. But anyway, yeah, this is the belt looking fine. Then we have the spear, and this looks really great. It's not, by no means, it's not the biggest weapon that Sodo's ever done, but it does still look great, and the peels are actually done in PVC, so that's really cool. Here's where it helps to have those option hands. Like I said, same hands as Gaim, so that's really nice. speaking of Gaim, they can face off because that's really it for the blog in terms of, like, reveals. Well, not entirely, actually, because when they paired together, there was a time when they did swap locked seeds, and you can do that here, at least for Gaim. You can accurately make it happen for Gaim because they do give you that extra visor sticker. Sadly, you know, Baron does not look as good with it as Gaim does. Excuse me. Because he does not have the orange eye stickers, and there is the leftover blue on the armor. If you're just swapping with your one figure, that's going to be rather unfortunate, but there is a saving grace. If you take a look at the banana armor, you'll note that that is silver anyway. Like, that is molded in silver, and they don't put any sticker detail over that silver part. So if you just got a separate banana armor, then you could just not apply the blue sticker and leave it there, and it would work a lot better for Baron. You just would need an option for those eyes. And hey, you even have the added benefit of not having those numbers back there, so that's really cool. Anyways, guys, that's it. That is all. It was a lot. Thank you, if you did, for sticking through all of it. I really appreciate it. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. I had a moment of terror just now because that little piece of my chair creeped out and I thought it was a person. I'm having a time. Hey, check this out. There are links in the description down below to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating money, signing petitions, whatever you do, as long as you do it. It absolutely helps. And check this out too, because here is a playlist that you can click on, and all the ad revenue from those videos is donated to the Black Lives Matter movement. So click on this playlist, watch that, or you can watch some Sodo Pop videos, but I'd rather you click the Black Lives Matter movement playlist. Anyways, thanks for watching. Keep it